So can you talk a little bit, how much did they interact with Gavin Hood?
Gavin was around a lot in the beginning. He, because we were originally working at Digital Domain down in Venice, and that was a small group and it was great. And Gavin's a super great guy, and he would be there and be walking through the scenes in his head, and we'd look at the models or look at the computer models and have his input right there, which was great. So we got a lot of input early on with Gavin, a lot of time. And then, of course, once you start shooting, director's time gets stretched thin. So still very much involved, but was really a great guy, great to work for, and was, I think, really happy with what we came up with.
He always says like how he has been, a lifelong fan of the book, and did he have any specific ideas in his head that he wanted you guys to convey, or did he pretty much leave it up to you and the production design team to build those environments, or did he have kind of specific, no, that's not what it's supposed to look like?
I think early on a lot of that was discussed, and that was probably more between Ben and Sean and Gavin, really establishing the big picture ideas. But when it came down to the details, Gavin was pretty good about letting us run with it, and generally he would weigh in, but would generally trust Ben's instincts and our instincts, and coming up with all the details and how the final product is going to really come together.
So, did you deal also with props in addition to the setting? What were some of your favorite props to design?
Well, we had some great illustrators. Paul Osimo was one. We did a lot of the concept work, Frienders, and he did some of the guns. Had the gun. So that was a big one. What was cool, that part of Ender's in his room, and his back on Earth, he had a 3D printer that we integrated, that we actually ended up using on the movie to create 3D objects on set. So, in fact, the door that's here at the exhibit, the handle, we printed that out on the 3D printer. We did a 3D model of it and then printed it out and put it on right there. So that was really cool to have those resources to be able to do that right there on set, because again, like I was saying, with science fiction, you can't go to a hardware store and get a door handle. So how to machine those things can be difficult. So that was really cool that we had that option.
So in addition to the little hiccup with the stars, what other issues, big or small, sticks out in your memory, problems that popped up that you had to deal with?
And the overall, one of the things I think that I introduced early on in the concept was that we really stuck to this kit of parts modular design system for the whole battle school, which was these columns that are curved both on the top and bottom, but it's a common language that the whole spaceship you see throughout. That was the way this thing was manufactured. So we repeated this detail everywhere throughout the whole environment. There's this column 4 foot on center. Well, we found out, and we tried a bunch of different ways to create these things. They're a little bit complex because of the curvature, and we ended up doing it out of fiberglass. Well, in New Orleans, in Louisiana, 110 degrees and humid, these things started popping everywhere on set. The fiberglass was expanded, and it was pretty scary there for a while when you walk the set and everything's popping out which way. But ultimately our construction crew, Anthony Syracuse, a great construction coordinator, really pulled it together, and we kind of fine-tuned the process and found a way to keep that all in so it wasn't popping out when Harrison was walking down the hallway.